What the program did for me was help me to understand the things I didn't know.
It's given me an opportunity to clarify my ministerial goals and also who I am or who I believe I am as a pastor.
I don't know what it'll be like to preach every week or to be people's main primary spiritual leader, but I feel like I have a little more insight into maybe what to be aware of.
I've gained such a greater sense of self-confidence, and I see myself as a pastor now.
I can't imagine starting ministry any other way, and I have found that having a structured and controlled environment to land has made all the difference for me. And to be a part of a community that is used to having new pastors in their midst and is used to saying yes to new ideas has really just given me the freedom to explore what this calling and this vocation is going to look like for me.
I think that going forward, one of the truest things that I've learned in this residency program is that I can't do ministry alone. And so if I do find myself in a place where I am alone, if I am a solo pastor somewhere, of course I'm going to reach out.
We would never ask someone coming out of med school to take over the hospital. But we would never ask someone who'd just gotten an MBA to become the president of the bank. And yet we kind of do that in some of our systems in the church.
Without the TIM program, I would not still be in ministry. I would not still be considering the pastorate for further down the road. It was not only a life-giving opportunity, but it was a chance to come together with other persons who were young, who felt called, who were gifted, and to have basically the tutelage of guidance into ministry, literally transitioning into ministry.
I think the Lewis Fellows gave me an opportunity to connect with other young leaders who are facing some of the same challenges in their churches that I face. Whether that be putting together a budget for the first time, whether that be working with committee structures and trying to get groups of people on board in terms of setting vision and direction for a congregation. And just the fellowship and the collegiality that takes place there is incredibly helpful, particularly as we deal with the challenges of ministry in the 21st century.
But there's just a huge difference between reading about ministry and hearing stories about it and even doing an internship. It's just not the same as actually going in there and doing ministry full time. So there's something about the TIM program that I see not quite as a safety net, but it's kind of like going into the pool with water wings. Instead of just being thrown into the deep end, you kind of get to ease your way in. And so working with mentors has been the big thing for me.
I'm grateful for the mentorship and the time and the room to fail. That was one of the things that was kind of written into the residency program at Central, that we're supposed to experiment. It's a leadership laboratory, and having room to fail makes me want to dream bigger.
Not only do I know now that God is smarter than me and live out that reality, but also I don't have all the answers, and I don't have to, and it's okay.
All of the idealism and the strong faith and all the stuff you've sorted out in seminary and all those convictions you come to the table with, balancing that with the sense of there's still a lot to learn and I'm still kind of new at this. It's going to be as wonderful as you dream, and it's going to shatter every dream you've had. It's not going to be anything like you expect, and it'll be as wonderful as you expect.
Stay thirsty, stay hungry, keep growing, and try not to box God in.